While the Red Sea parted, another equally important miracle occurred at the same time, but it's often overlooked. We often testify about the grand and unforgettable miracle of the parted Red Sea. While the Red Sea parted, another equally important miracle occurred at the same time, but it's often overlooked. The dramatic parting of the Red Sea would have been useless without this less spectacular miracle. And what is it? The fact that they walked on dry ground. Exodus 14:29 says, "But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left." Let's consider this for a moment. The water had parted and become walls on both sides, but shouldn't the seabed be muddy, sinking, and impossible to walk on? But God didn't just part the waters, He made the ground beneath completely dry. He didn't just make a way, He also made it accessible. That dry ground wasn't nothing, it was also a miracle. The sea parted, yes, but what good is a parted sea if the people sink in the mud? Sometimes we are so drawn to the spectacular that we overlook the simple but strategic. This is how God works. For many of the big miracles we see, there are smaller, quieter, almost unnoticeable miracles making them possible. Miracles don't often stand alone, they rest on other smaller interventions, unnoticed but essential. We must learn to thank God for the hidden miracles just as much as the obvious ones. Let us not only thank God for terminating a woman's barrenness, but let's remember that He didn't just give a child. He may have first healed a womb, restored our hormones, touched multiple organs, and aligned everything necessary for conception before the final miracle happens. We might appreciate the power that resurrected Christ, but we must also acknowledge that that power preserved Him for 3 days without decay. That's also a miracle. We can also celebrate the miracle of the loaves and fish that fed thousands, but we must appreciate the willingness of the lad who surrendered them. If we only celebrate the final breakthrough, we miss the depth of God's work in our lives. So, whenever we walk through the parted seas, let's also thank God for the dry ground. The hidden miracle is as worthy of gratitude as the visible one.